not having your next flight or anything anywhere near, and also not being able to speak language. And yeah, there we are.
All right.
No more vamping.
Excellent.
Okay,
well,
all right.
yes.
Do we want to take this from the top?
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, should we? I guess we should. All right.
Yeah.
I'm pmcTRILOGY. I'm gonna run Dog Airport Game. That's the short title. I got with me.
Hi, I'm KZ Fru. I speedrun GTA, and I recently adopted a cat. Can we hear it again from my cat, please? I'm double dipping on the applause over here.
And I'm Maxylobes. I speedrun a bunch of games, primarily horror. You just saw me on the Oblivion couch. I know that game well. This, however, I don't know so well, but I'm very excited to see what it's all about.
And Tom, remind us once again. Just give us your CV there.
Game designer and programmer on Dog Airport Game that you are seeing right here. And again, so stoked to be here, headlining my favorite part of any GDQ, the Silly Block.
Awesome. All right.
Oh, I can hear myself on the speakers. I'm so stoked. I'm so excited.
Let's go ahead and get into this. Time will start when I select one of these autosave files. I'll give a countdown from 3. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so I'm gonna mention some things at the top here. The basic thread of the game is that I'm going to talk to my fiance in a bunch of different airports. I'm basically gonna follow her around. We're the only 2 human beings left, don't worry about that. The flow of this game is that I'm gonna go up to these ticket dogs, and the ticket dogs are gonna give me tickets. The tickets are random. The gates are random. The times are random. They're gonna give me a pile
50 tickets, 50 boarding passes.
50 tickets.
Boom.
And so this airport is a little different because this one's roughly fixed, a roughly fixed sort of spawn. But I'm gonna be picking up items because a lot of the...
We got a lot of stuff coming out of Good Puppa here.
I need these things in order to allow, the dogs won't let me board the flights if I don't give them treats. So I have to go ahead and, grab some of these things. This is Cabinet Dog, who will give me cabinets. There are many other dogs that will provide us many other useful treats. Now, a thing that happens is I can only board a flight 90 minutes before the time of departure. And so I'll have various tricks. This is kind of the slowest one I'm gonna end up using in the run. You also get to see me do time math in real time, which is always exciting, which I can't wait to mess up. So this one is always fixed. This is like a small airport. We'll come back to this airport later. This guy always wants a container. This is the last time a bribe dog will be fixed. And so from here on out, it's going to be all random. We're going to go through a bunch of airports, following our fiance to different locations, and on every plane.
Speed Dog. We got Speed Dog as the first dog.
That's a good omen.
That's got to mean something.
That's got to mean something.
Fantastic omen. He's got a fast car, and he's going to drive it into a wall.
That's true.
He'll be fine, though. He'll be fine, to be clear.
Thank goodness.
All right, so you'll see me drop all these tickets and then look at the tickets and hope for a good ticket. We didn't really get a good ticket. So, welcome to the speed run of this. So now we're gonna get a few items. As I mentioned before, I'm gonna be hedging my bets about kind of what I want here. The most important item I'm about to get is Scarlet Bovine. Don't confuse it with anything else. The Scarlet Bovine makes me go real fast.
Yeah, we're zooming now.
And this is the umbrella. The umbrella, some dogs will want the umbrella as an item to trade in, but I also want the umbrella because it has some utility for a few skips. This is a barista dog. I'm gonna get a very big coffee. When I say a big coffee, I mean like a big coffee. just the largest coffee you ever seen.
Proud of that. I love that big coffee so much.
Oh, I got stuck in a wall.
Very good. We got to teleport to safety.
So, some other optional items that I'll be looking for in here. I want an item that gives me, that causes magic, because there's a type of dog that wants to have spells cast on them. So that's the one I'm gonna grab. That's easier to get into than the bookshop dog. And then the other one that I want, I was looking for a bed. I didn't see one. We're probably just gonna have to go ahead without that. Let's go ahead and grab, this is Dr. Dog, MD. He's a medical dog.
The doctor is in.
He's gonna give me 8 medicines, but I'm only gonna pick up 2 for now. Those aren't too hard to find. Some of these things are harder to get at different locations than others. Here is our first stop, talking to Krista. Again, this is the main quest of the game. This is how we're gonna arrive at credits. And one more thing I'm gonna grab here is some cash. Now, I actually have notes in front of me to remind myself where the various airport terminals are. This airport has 18 terminals, and they are all scattered, and they are not really organized to any particular principle. So I'm going to sit here, and I said to my wonderful host, I said, when I'm in time zone, give me some donations. Can I get some donations?
You absolutely can. We got $25 from iDoc, who says, love to see the homies pmcTRILOGY and Casey Frew reunited on stage at GDQ once again. I asked the many good airport doggos what you could do to make them happy, and they asked if it was possible for PMC to bring them a special ball next GDQ, perhaps an adventurous ball in Giddy Labyrinth for the PlayStation 1?
Ooh, tempting.
There's Exhausted Eddie.
Yeah, there's
you know,
Exhausted
PMC,
Eddie.
I think Exhausted Eddie can use a few pets.
Oh, really? All right. I'm gonna
Yeah,
do it.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay,
Let's
okay,
go
fine,
ahead and
fine.
crack that open. There we go.
Okay. All right.
Thank you so much.
All right. So now we're going to go ahead. And now, as I mentioned before, we know where we need to go. If I had seen that bed sooner, I forget what time it was. I don't think I had enough time to actually do it. So that is, hey, Tom, was this dog ever called anything else? Do you have any,
If he was called anything, it was Temp Still Dog. As a bit, Zolliver named every dog he put in the game Temp, because I specifically said, hey, we shouldn't name things Temp because they're going to ship. And then all of them shipped. So all the game files, like half the game files, are named Temp something or other, just as a gag. We did that a lot on this game, was just kind of doing bits back and forth.
Just ship it.
just go ahead and put it through. Oh, this is another pile of regrettable tickets.
PMC, I'm going to jump in here
Yes,
since
please.
we kind of have the flow of the game. Most of these airports, we're going to stop and talk to Krista. Right now, we're actually going to set up for a very fun trick. We've got an umbrella, 2 sodas, and we're going for a ride through the air. We're kind of our own airplane right now. Krista's got that little star above her head there. We're going to want to talk to her, of course, at every airport we can to advance. Most places are going to have Krista. Sometimes we're going to have to lay over because we can't get a direct flight to Krista. So for now, Tom, I had a question, if I can bring you in here. Something I asked Zolliver when we did this on Hotfix in the year 2021. He was an absolute pleasure to talk to. And my very first question to Zolliver was,
Always is.
when you are picking out the dogs, right? You've got pill dog, you've got the dogter, you've got bribe dog, you've got passport dog. How did you decide the personalities of these dogs? Like, how do we decide that that is the dog that should be boarding clerk dog and that should be prepper dog? You know, like, is there a certain je ne sais quoi, or did you just kind of roll off the cuff with it?
I am really hoping we see. Okay, yeah. So we have a farmer dog. Yeah, look at him. He's outside. He's happy. He's having a great time, and it's really just an elementary thing. Zolliver has a gift for this, but it's also like it's really self-evident when you look at a dog and you say, like, yeah, that guy does crime. That's a dog that knows rocket science. That's a dog that has marital problems. You just know it looking at him.
Never heard of a dog with marital
dog
problems.
loves
That's different.
That is a comfy
you need
dog
to-
right there.
Now, I do need to introduce that. The item that we just picked up there is a very important item. That is the comfy chair. I mentioned before that we have a few ways to advance time, and that is one of our best tools for advancing time.
Can we see Dimmadome Dog? I'm so sorry. You're right by him.
Dimmadog?
Yeah, Dimmadog.
Please,
We got
Dimmadog.
We have to see Dimmadog. I'm
please
so
go
sorry.
pet
All right,
Dimmadog.
let me. Okay, all right. Well, let me just do this, and I will oblige this one because we're doing okay.
Thank you for imposing when I don't have
Oh,
the,
yes,
I don't have
yes.
the courage to.
I've bullied him a few
All right.
times.
So this is Dimmadome Dog.
Dog Bigadome. Get some
Okay.
pets there.
All right.
All right, but we got a flight to catch. We got to keep moving.
He's got a quest line that is optional. You get that hat if you finish the quest line, and you can throw it at a dog, and it will duplicate, and the dog will then be wearing the hat.
Very
in case
excellent
you were wondering.
news. Very excellent news. So, another thing, why does Tic Tic Dog transform? Do you know? It's the
Because
only.
he's got short-term memory loss.
Oh. Suppose it's that
Just look
simple.
at just look at the portrait. You can
Yeah,
tell that's
yeah,
a dog with short-term
yeah.
memory loss who's pretty confused, and then when you start talking to him, he's happy about it.
I have a question. Does Krista question anything you're doing? Like,
So the backstory. Go ahead, Tom.
I mean, she's a very supportive partner. I don't think she's generally looking when you're downing 6 scarlet bovines and then like immediately crashing by putting a bed up to your ear.
Naturally.
Which then heals the sickness, which is important, because I would love to not have that sick filter on screen for the whole run. So I'm very glad that you have the nap. You have the bed to take a nap to heal the sickness that you get from the scarlet bovine after the 3x speed boost once the scarlet bovine wears off after about like 30 seconds.
All right, so important note here. I have just used my second umbrella because we had a prepper dog and then we had a fashion dog. And I'm not going back to get more umbrellas because I know there's a fixed spawn here and I know I'm going to need these later. So that is that is just like, I'm thinking about too many things not to go back and grab more umbrellas immediately.
So something the astute viewer will have noticed is the sick filter that Tom has just described there. Every time you drink the scarlet bovine after it exhausts, you get this filter on the screen. And one of the things I think you touched on is that this was kind of a signal to the player that, oh, something is wrong, I should seek out a way to get rid of this. However, I believe what you discovered is that gamers just lived with it. They just didn't want to heal themselves. They just live in the sickness.
Was it would be uncomfortable enough that you would like seek out either some pills to cure yourself or after some conferring with Zolvir. Sometimes you can just take a nap in absence of healthcare, and that's basically as good as getting actual healthcare. You can do that, and there's even a speed debuff while you're sick, technically. There's like a 10% speed debuff, and I figured that would be enough to get somebody to actually do it, but turns out you can just slam more Scarlet Bovine and ignore it for as long as you want until you get to the gate, and then you have to take a nap, and then you are forced to heal yourself, which is great, so that you don't have the sick filter the whole time. We realized that every speed run was mostly sick filter, and so a lot of people were viewing this game through the sick filter, which we weren't stoked about. We talked about patching it to last less time, and we looked at the cost of patching it on consoles and all of that stuff, and just horrified immediately. Games are hard. Didn't want to deal with that, so the sick filter stays.
Very good. So something else about kind of the flow of the game here. You'll notice we're back in, is this Mariana Trench, I believe?
Marinara Trench.
Marinara,
Yeah. What, you think that's lava or something?
I don't know, bro. I just work here. So anyway, I think part of what, in speaking with Zolvir, and something I find very astute about this game is, it very much is a narrative game that wants to put you in the place of being a traveler and what that experience is like. And I think that is part of what an airport for aliens specifically is. Yes.
This is a reverse bribe dog. It gives you a bone. It's an illegal bone.
Yeah.
I was
reverse bribe dog, baby.
That is the fastest option.
That is the fastest option.
Oh, that's a cool dog.
Very cool.
He has.
See,
a drip.
They're all self-evident. It's not that complicated to name them when you really sit down and think about it. This was a level I designed, Pattsville, and it's near and dear to my heart. You'll see that there's a crooked road that's like running through the top of it that you're about to float to using this sewer grate. This is all based off of Boston. This is what Boston is like if you've ever driven through
Boston's got roads that do all that? Like we're sideways.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that what the Big Dig looks like?
That is what the Big Dig looked like when I was growing up. It is what it looks like now. It is what it will look like 50 years from now.
Very good. Very good. So, yeah, something I enjoy about the flow of this game is that it gives you that experience of being a traveler. You come back. Something that as Zolvir mentioned, was that the first time you're in an airport, you do it in a very specific way. You're not really sure where you're going. You're not really sure where the shops are. Maybe you're not sure where your gate is. But by the time you've gone a second, a third, a fourth, a fifth time, Kenneth is a big dog.
Whoa!
That was a big dog.
I'm so happy.
Huge dog.
I've never seen a dog so big.
And you just look at him, and he's a Kenneth. He's not big dog. He's Kenneth.
I mostly just saw his nose. So if that's what you're going off of, Kenneth, I think, is a big fan of us.
Yeah, it's a real Kenneth type nose.
Oh yeah, important note. This guy, is this the one? Yeah, he gives you. Okay.
I've never seen this. He's dropped a human
All
heart.
right, yeah, that's a human heart. Don't worry about it.
You've never.
Don't worry about it.
Never
I am
seen
worried.
That was not a gag I expected, PMC.
Look, you know, some things you have to hold close to your heart.
What is silly? Man.
All right, we got to walk a long way to this airport. Can I get a donation?
Absolutely. There are people writing in who have you very close to their heart. We've got $50 from Sajaba, who says, PMC Trilogy, sounding off the silly block. Couldn't think of a better person for the job. Good luck, have fun, buddy. You got this.
Thank you.
We also have $25 from Archie. PMC's dog would love this setup. Diego's Airports. And $10 from the Void Mother, who says, shout out to the airport with the barking dogs inside. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
What is this sound effect we're listening to right now?
What is this sound effect? It's the sound that gets made when you advance time.
So this is me, and this is me. This game was made like 2020, 2019, and that was me doing my best version of what if a dog did the Phantom Cigar. Whoa!
It's like he's right next to us. That was incredible. You've still got it, Tom.
Thank you so much. Also, unstated in any of this, I do a lot of the voice acting in this. The whoop and the bong when you get on the plane, and also all of the dogs barking. That's all me, and I'm very happy with how it came out.
I am too.
It's full of personality, I gotta say. So some of the narrative here is that in traveling between these airports, a common experience of those that travel frequently is they have to say goodbye to their loved ones, at least for now, until you return home. So some of that flow of the game is finding Krista again at these airports and meeting her elsewhere, and how difficult of an experience that can be for frequent travelers here. Can we get some pets for Administrator Dog? He looks like he needs some
Thank you.
love.
I was just gonna ask. Yeah.
Wonderful stuff.
Administrator Dog, of course, just needs to be slapped with a can of Scarlet Bovine. But we got two of them, which is great because it doesn't consume the item. Anytime we get a dog where it doesn't consume the item, that's practically almost as good as the reverse bribe dog.
PMC, do you find if I jump in to let you know that we just hit that play as Baloney Tony incentive,
yes.
folks?
Nice.
Excellent.
That is $5,000 for Doctors Without Borders. Twitch chat, I didn't even need to do anything. That was all you.
That's the power of silly.
Nubby's a very silly game that I believe will also
Killing
have.
it out there, Twitch chat.
I believe Nubby will also have dev commentary, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, lots of good silly block runs to come here. Okay, where's my chair? I should mention that the inventory is just like a series of items, and I have to use only Q and E to get to the item that I want, and that is just how I have to live my life. So, you know, ideally I remember where my Scarlet Bovine is. I wasn't going to say something else. And then, you know, we take it from there, and hopefully bribe dogs can want one of several things. If I get really lucky, I'll take out a thing that they want, and it happens to be what they're asking for, and I got lucky there. I had a container out already. You know, but they can ask for several things: cash, squeaky sausage, containers, big drinks. I think we had a big drink earlier.
I do have a reverse bribe dog donation right now.
Please.
We got $500.
Wow.
Woo! Coming in from the Mongoose, who says, hi, PMC. This reverse bribe dog is giving a bone to charity for your good luck on the run.
Oh,
thank you so much,
Thank you so
Mongoose.
It's incredible work.
Thank you, Reverse Bribe Dog.
Yeah.
We
I
love
always
reverse
believed
bribe
in you.
dog.
All right, now Krista is again in the record store. We're going to talk about some of our favorite music, such as, was it like Two Mauves or something? I forget. It's been so long since I've read this, but I should know it. I should know the deep lore.
It's all moth-based.
It's all moth-based,
song puns. A lot of this game was written in like 2 a.m. Delirium by Zolver. He's a phenomenal writer. If you've played any of the Strange Scaffold games or Hypnospace Outlaw. He did a ton of writing for that game as well. And yeah, it just. I promise you're not really seeing any of it, but the writing in this game is fantastic. He did an amazing job.
That was fear. I was like, I couldn't figure out. It's so late. I was like, is that just short of 5 hours?
Speaking of 2 a.m.
It advances 5 hours when I use the bed, but I just couldn't be sure. Maybe it's just safer to sit in the comfy chair. I could just be happy in that location instead of asking, how do I add 5 to another number to make a bigger number?
Yeah, arithmetic past a certain hour at the night is just not worth an endeavor.
It's money.
It's not math block, you know?
No,
That's correct.
it is not
That's
math
correct.
block. I mean, I might have math block, but no, it's not.
Tom, if dogs have no use for money, which I believe is true, I've never seen a dog at a point of sale making a purchase in my entire life. Then why would Bribe Dog want money?
Bribe Dog just wants things. Bribe Dog. It's kind of like, so you're a cat owner, KZ. Like
That's correct.
You understand that sometimes the cat wants food, not necessarily because the cat is hungry, so much as the cat wants to be given something. Bribe Dog is a unique dog in that he is not content to merely exist as a dog. Oh, it's so fast. All of these buffs are multiplicative, by the way. So, like, you drink the Scarlet Bovine, you do a kickflip on a skateboard, and you also hit one of these boost pads on the Uranus station, and it all blends together. Requires intense focus.
I have a question about an item we won't see. At one point I turned in, I believe I got an illegal bone, I turned it in, and I got a cactus. And when I used the cactus, I hit myself in the face with it, and then I moved faster. How does that work?
How that works is there were 70 items in this game.
Wow.
And some of them needed uses. And I only had so many buffs. And you think about it, and like if you slap yourself in the face or in the rear with a pointy object, you're gonna go faster. You're going to be in pain, and you are going to be motivated to move away from the pain, even though you're holding the pain.
I can't disagree with you whatsoever. We're about to wee
We're
so
doing-
hard.
we're doing the
going
second skip.
way up.
Doing the second
Yeah.
step of the game here, where I'm using a bunch of items to fly up to the top level of this. Oh, and I was not able to brace myself
We're-
against the tree.
we're going
so
way
we're
up.
we're going way up.
up.
That's just
How about a donation while
Yeah.
we're
Out
there?
of the horizon.
I would love that. We got $15
Yeah,
from
good.
Amerlin. PMC, I can't believe you finally got in Dog Airport in. Cinda and I are so excited for you. Fingers crossed for good ticket RNG and good Bribe Dog RNG. Looking forward to seeing you and EC soon and getting back together with everyone at AGDQ 2026. Also, hi Zalavier, donut a runner's choice.
Do you think
Hell
Krista
yeah.
saw that? Like, there goes my boyfriend ascending to a higher plane of existence in front of me. Get it, plane? Airport
She's
ball
very
game?
supportive.
She is very supportive.
Maybe that's why Krista loves you. That's
For your
dedication.
bovine
Your
addiction.
spontaneity.
I was gonna say passion, but addiction works too, I guess.
oh boy. Where is
There's no clock around here.
What do you mean? There's no clock around here?
Yep.
There's gotta be a
Get,
clock.
Dog.
All right, whatever. I'm just gonna go.
Yeah.
Go get.
No. We can just. All right. It is. Oh, okay. I just need the chair once. All right. Look, I'm trying not. Here's the thing, folks. You got to understand that if I advance time past the departure time, the ticket catches on fire. Okay.
Oh,
It's true.
Okay.
I hate when my boarding pass catches on fire.
I do not want my ticket to catch on fire.
Yeah. It turns out they don't accept those.
No.
We needed to make absolutely sure the player understood that the ticket was no longer valid. So, yeah, they light on fire.
Yeah, it's got a big X, too. You did about everything in the book to communicate.
All right, folks. We have one more terminal that I need to get through here. So hopefully things have been honestly going pretty well so far. In fact, I might do a quick little. There's one little bit of tech that I didn't need to pull out, and I might do it anyway here. These are all A2. Okay, that's the illusion of choice. Sometimes you drop 50 tickets and they're all the same ticket. So one thing that could have happened is we could have needed a passport. And anyway, we didn't need a passport, but I'm gonna pick up some passports anyway. Easy peasy.
Yep, that checks out. You missed me laughing. I got cut out. That's good.
Tom, is that you in the passport booth doing the cheek?
Yep, that's me.
Very good. Very good. It amuses me every time.
We've got donations shouting out Tom's sound effects, I gotta say.
Oh, how about you give us a few then? I got some
Dan
time.
writes in with $25, sitting here watching this with my Pomsky, Pomeranian Husky, and he's never reacted to dog sounds on the TV, but is going crazy for Tom's sound effects.
Yes.
That might be the best review you could hope for, I think.
Wow,
Dog
love that
approved.
dog.
Dog approved Foley. Very good.
I got lucky with Bribe Dog again. I already had the sausage out. I couldn't believe that. That was amazing. Rare things happening here.
Precognition.
Truly. All right, so
PMC, next time you're running fast, can you use the magic wand for me?
oh,
I love the Doppler on it.
okay. Oh, okay. Wait.
Oh, that's too good.
Where is? Oh, there you go. Oh, we're going too fast. I think I actually.
Yeah. Speed is so fast. We've broken the sound barrier,
All right.
folks. Normal things at games done
Folks,
quick.
time is going to be done when when the screen goes to black after this conversation, provided I don't fall off the edge. All right, let me.
Yeah.
All right, mistakes
That'll
were made.
happen.
The singularity.
We'll try it again. Oh, I didn't even talk about the soda. When you drink a can of soda, but you immediately change items, it doesn't consume the can of soda.
You've been really good about that. You haven't lost.
I haven't lost a single can of soda. Time is going to be when the screen fades to black. Time. All right.
Fantastic.
All right, folks. That was pretty good. I'll go ahead and take
Excellent
that.
time. Excellent time.
Excellent. Tom, you want to say a few things?
Yeah. Again, thank you so much for having me. And I wanted to shout out in the crowd a good dear friend, Brandon Orden. He's at GDQ in the Artist Alley, and he has this game he's been working on, Tower Bolt. It'll be just outside the streaming room tomorrow, starting at 10 a.m. Check it out. It'll be your new favorite speed game. And tell him I sent you. Love you, Brandon.
Awesome. Folks, I've been pmcTRILOGY. I just give a shout out to my dog Diego, my wife Icy, who stayed up for this despite the odds. And thank you for donating to MSF and for watching GDQ. Enjoy Silly Block. I'll see you later. Mwah.